Hi guys, so welcome to our introduction to Tableau Public series in the introduction to data visualization playlist. Welcome to welcome to Data Science with Pablo, and today we are going to be looking at data visualization and using Tableau Public. Now in the previous videos, we've looked at connecting data, and now we're going to be looking at the worksheet, right? And two things jump out immediately we look at the worksheet is we want to understand measures and dimensions, right? Now we're going to spot certain things. Now we're going to be looking at the data pane, right? We're going to be looking at the data pane, and in the data pane, you see right here, as this place goes down over here, right? The data pane, right? We're going to be looking at it, and we're going to be looking at these fields. You can see all these fields that are here. Right here, we can, for instance, we can see category, city. Look at all this. We're going to be looking at these fields, and we want to understand how they are classified. So they are divided into measures and dimensions. Now, when you come into this place, you're going to see, you can see over here, if you look over here, you can see that there's a line. It's like a border line over here. Now, in between, you can see that these guys over here are blue and these guys over here are green. Now, the blue guys are the dimensions, and the green guys, the blue guys over here, are the dimensions, and the green guys over here are the measures. Now the question is, so what's the difference, right? Now it's a fundamental concept, right? There's a difference. Measures, which are these guys that are over here, right? The measures, or again, these guys over here, the green guys, they are aggregated. They are summed, they are averaged or counted, right? The result is a possible minimum and maximum value. So that's what we're looking at here. Now, the dimensions are, now we're looking at these guys over here, the dimensions, right? They're the values, they determine levels of details. Like it's like you get a meat, right? The meat will be our measure. Look at that. And then the levels of details, cutting them into pieces, will be our dimensions. So that's what they do, right? So now for us to make sense of it, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, right? I'm going to look over here, and I'm just going to take one of the fields, right? Let's say I look at region. I'm going to take this. Now I grab this and I drop it into this column here, and you see the color. You now see the color over here. It's blue, which shows you that it determines the dimension. Next, I come over here to, look at that, sales. Look at that. Now, just so you see it, I come over here to sales. I grab the sales over here to the rows. Now, if you pay close attention, you'll notice that by default, this has been summed. Gives you an idea that this is a measure, right? And the blue is over here. It gives levels of details. Now, if you look over here, you can see that if I take this again, which is the dimension, out of here, this just becomes simple. You can just look at it over here. It looks like nothing's happening. Now, if I go back to the region and I bring it in here, it chops it into bits. Look at that. Really interesting stuff. Now, so that's typically what makes it that way, right? So again, at any point when you're thinking to yourself, how do I differentiate between a dimension, which is this guy that is blue, or a dimension, which is this guy over here, and a measure, which is this green guy over here. You have to ask yourself, what if I needed something to create detail, right? And that will be your region, right? Or the dimension. And what if I'm looking for a field that can be aggregated? Then it's your measure, right? A very simple way to also look at it is to think about the colors. This is blue for dimensions, green for measures. Then you can finally come over here, right? And when you come over here, you're going to see that there's a difference. You see the blue guys over here? The blue guys here are the ones that are the dimensions. And when we come to this place, you're going to see that there's a border line here, right? And then the guys that are here that are green are the guys that are the measures, right? So just take your time and check it out, right? Play around with it, and you get to start to understand it one step at a time.